To another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Here we are looking at the Bitcoin US dollar index on the hourly time frame, and we have come up this morning up to our red and blue bands, the dashed lines here, and you by now should know that those represent the top of the weekly in red and the top of the 5-day Gaussian channel in blue. Um, those are our main challenges now, as well as the white with the white dashed line with the little dashes or dots or whatever those are. Um, that one is a major line, 28.8 of support and resistance that either we are unable to get above or uh, holding strong above. And so all three of those are coming together within a like $100 of one another. And so that's our next challenge, and we are challenging as we speak. Also, in a few minutes, I believe Jerome Powell will be speaking somewhere. Why do these people do this? Um, so that may add a little volatility to the scenario, to the situation here. Now, a breakthrough here will probably result in us coming up to this white dashed line, just like we did here and just like we did here. Um, Alternate, and if so, I do expect, well, either way, even if it goes through the line, I do expect it to come down and retest these lines here. Um, Alternatively, we could come up. We could come up to this lavender colored dashed line. Both this white line and this lavender colored line are channels, parallel channels that we have been trading in. And I will zoom out to show this. You can see the white dashed line. Excuse me. We've been trading in since back here. Oh, you know what? I got these moving averages turned on. You can turn those off. There we go. The white channel we've been trading in since September 24th, about. Um, and have a lot of connection points. We've been trading in it, trading above it here, holding it as support. We zoomed up here, came back down, held it as support, and again, just trading along it as support, wick down to the center line there. Again to the center line a little bit, fell through it, came back up, held it as resistance, came into it, all the way up to the top. So we've had a lot of, and that's where we currently are. As well, let's check out the lavender channel. We are on an hourly time frame. This lavender channel goes back to where we dumped originally in August. Remember that big dump? And I pointed out in a previous video how that was the. Was that the one in August? Yeah, that's the one in August where we fell through here. And I showed how that was a coordinated dump across the entire market. It was planned out. The big whales, somebody, whales, governments, financial institutions, whoever is manipulating this market, um, knew that we had to come back down and test this in test. We're not really. It's not really testing. We had to come down to the orange and green channel here of major support. They knew that was inevitable before continuing on upwards, and so we've done that. You can see this orange and green channel. We've traveled along it, and now we're moving away from it. So we've done what Bitcoin needs to do to fulfill its obligation to the integrity of the overall chart that goes back many, many years. And so when we did fall there, we started trading in this parallel channel. Little breakout there, but then back in. You can see how we've held the trend line here, the aqua colored trend line in that channel. Then came down, traded along the bottom of the channel, back up through here. You can see how the center line acted as resistance there. Interaction with the center line of parallel channels is pretty critical to validating them. Came up here, interacted with the center line again, held the bottom of the channel here. Did fall through it a couple times, down to our other orange and green thing. Now this is also, you might hear this. This is also kind of creating a ascending, broadening wedge pattern. So I imagine very shortly people are going to say, if it comes up here, you're going to hear that from people. And look out, this is a bearish pattern. We're going to dump. So just freaking ignore them. It's not true. It's just, we're going to break out above. We're going to break out from it up here, just like my purple line shows. And as you can see, if I zoom in, we are following this purple line that I drew back here. I drew this line before the event happened, and we're following it to a T. The main difference here is that all this action that I predicted here is getting scrunched together because of the fake news event that we had. So that's why I think it's happening a little bit faster than I had imagined it would happen, especially with the slow moving environment that we had quickly turned around, and a lot more people are accumulating right now. So here we are. We're at the top. We're at these lines, which also is the center line of this channel, which is, so that's a fourth block there. The center line of that channel, fifth, I should say. The center line of the channel, the red line, the blue line, the white line, and Jerome Powell speaking. So you got 5 blocks right there. So I wouldn't be surprised if we did come back down before attempting a breakout again. That takes us into tomorrow. So we'll just see what happens. We will be around here somewhere. If we break through, watch this line right here. It's about 29,000-ish, 29.1 or 2. And if we come up there, and especially if we start caterpillaring along the top of it, that could be just a little stall before a continued move up to the probably up to this purple channel. Let's see what's up above that. So we got our purple channel there, and then our white line is coming. Our white line is at 31,000, about 31,556. That is a major, well, it's a, I'll go to the daily here. It's been a local, it's forming a triangle here between our main moving average here. Let me get my cursor in the right spot. This main moving average and where we butted up to it. Well, it's not just local. It goes all the way back to May and June of 22. So it's forming a big triangle. Now, when we break above that, this is the target right here. That's the target, and it goes up to 62,000 right there. So when we break through there, we will continue on. So now that I'm zoomed out on the daily, remember that white channel that we're trading in? We are on the center line of this channel. This is what it looks like zoomed out, and it gets us right up to our target area. Um, so I imagine that we will continue interacting with that channel. We may break above it, break below it, whatever, but continue to come back to it. And as we get up to this area in late January, February of 24. All right, like, subscribe. See you next time.